First, I'd like to thank there's a bunch of people. Everybody in the room I'd like to thank, because most of you guys came out here, and it was supposed to be just a small little party for Jim, and then Jim and I decided, and Bob Chrisman, we started putting our heads together about the shoot, and then all of a sudden Wes, decides to get our attention, and everybody loves Wes. So being a, smart marketing person, I tied that emotional angle into the shoot and got all of you people here. Okay, but there's a couple of things I'd like to say. I agree with what Frank said. Fast Draw is kind of in trouble. I mean, we're going, but we're all fragmented. And so I hope you see what Jim and I were trying to do with this whole thing was get every active association shooters. And my gosh, I was surprised. I got the best. I got the best new shooters. I got the best veteran shooters. I got people in the middle, and we're all tying ourselves together for the young people like my daughter that I brought. And she worked hard in school just so she could come with me. She thinks Jim's famous. Okay, go ahead, say it.
Horse hockey.
Well, that's the first time I heard that.
Well, I'm trying to be polite other than what I usually tell.
And she thinks Wes Flowers is famous.
He is.
Okay, I didn't hear a horse hockey there. And she thinks Bob Graham is famous. And she thinks every one of my sundowners are famous. Now, it was really, I couldn't do it without all of you. Everybody showed what Fast Draw is really all about. Everybody's here because they love Fast Draw. Because everybody knows I'm not giving you any money, but I took a lot from you. Okay? So I do appreciate that. And I know, Jim can't travel very much, so I told him, Fast Draw's still alive. And we're still out there trying to do, the right thing. And GunFighter Gulch was created to kind of share the history of Fast Draw. And at first, it was just to put up stories that Jim gave me, and, then George Narasaki, Wes Flowers. And here's one thing I want to tell you, and I've told Wes this many times before. When I was going to college, after studying and stuff, I like to go to bars like any college student, and I tried to kill him so many times. There was a showdown Fast Draw game. I didn't have much money because I was a college student, but I'd go on, 2-for-1 beer night. I'd dump every dollar I had in there, and I'd try to kill him. I never dreamed in my life that I'd meet him. And I'm still trying to get him. But I'm going to tell you one thing. This is the Jim Martin Invitational. If it wasn't for Jim Martin, he's like my mentor. He got me to George, and George got me to the Sundowners, and now all of a sudden I'm from a website into the real world. And I'm organizing contests, and then we got Crazy Noah out in Arizona, and Dennis and Talon, Thirsty. These guys keep making it hard for me not to come down here, and they come up and support me. I got Trick Shot, James. I've got all of you people that have come, and that's what I'm all about. Because I'm not the kind of person who's going to end up to be the fastest shot in the world, as long as people like Wes are alive. But, it really is about Jim. So I really appreciate it if everybody give Jim a round of applause. Thank you so much. Now, okay, I'll try not to be as long-winded as Evie. This is the way it works.
Oh, no. Sit down.
Here's a knife.
We'll start with the Boot Hill shoot.
We're still recording.
Okay.
No, you sit down. What goes around comes around. Sit. Stay.
Good job.
Okay. In 10th place, we just got you a little something. I'm not totally stiffing you for your, for your entry fee. We have Judy Lawton.
All right.
Okay, in 9th place in the Boot Hill shoe. We have my friend, a mentor, and an excellent target system. Worked perfectly, didn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Big round of applause for Bob. Did you want me to come to you?
I don't accept ninth place.
That's a true gunfighter. In 8th place, one of my best friends in Fast Draw. We started together, and I don't know why we keep going, but we keep on. James Barton.
There you go, James.
Okay, thanks. Okay, in 7th place in the Boot Hill match, one of my favorite gunfighters. He's one of the Valley Gunhawks, which is the club that I saw when I was 13 years old and inspired me to shoot. Bruce Bay.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Very good. Thank you.
In 6th place. Now, I heard lots of stories about this guy, but I didn't know he was still around shooting Fast Draw. Paul Jenkins.
Thank you very much.
Now I'm getting nervous and I don't know why. In 5th place, this guy inspired me to thumb. He doesn't really know it. I was kind of afraid of him at the time. But he's got such a smooth draw. It was just like the machine. And everybody around me when I first got into Fast Draw said, if you're going to win, you got a slap cock. So that's what I started with. Well, after a couple of years of not winning, I figured it didn't matter anymore. So I wanted to be like Peter Garibaldi. Get off the phone!
Get off the phone!
Oh, yeah.
I'm here. Who you calling?
Yeah. Maybe the boss calling. It could have been.
Might be the boss calling, Peter.
You're doing a great job. Okay. 4th place. It was a great honor to meet this person. And I was afraid to ask him. I sent my Georgia friends, Mike and Larry, after him to do what he did. And Mr. Dunham, it's a great pleasure. Thank you. Okay, in 2nd place. Oh no, yeah, 2nd place. 3rd. That's the way you do it. Is it? 3rd. Thank you. In 3rd place. Who is this guy? I've never heard of him before.
Now he's just an old guy. Machines and everything.
Wes Flowers. In 2nd place. You know, this guy's quickly becoming one of my best friends, especially since when I go to Georgia, I'm going to need a hookup for a place to stay, good food and stuff. 2nd place is Mike Dobson. Okay, and in 1st place, I can't believe this.
We can't either.
Sit down, Amy.
Oh, reshoot.
We don't have time for your acceptance speech. From the great state of Arizona.
We just ran out of film. Oh!
Doug, Noah Chance. Okay. In 10th place in the main match, the one that's got his name on it, Jim Martin Invitational. From Georgia, one of my best friends in Fast Draw, Larry Atchison.
Won't you shake my hand?
Now this is one that it's really special for me only because these guys are new shooters, and I was glad that they came. And they saw that they could hang with some of the best gunfighters in the world. And he stayed in the main match. From Arizona, Charlie Thirsty Holmes. Oh, sorry. All right, another new shooter from Arizona, and an extremely long-winded one. I need a new award for this kind of a shoot. Ed Farnsworth.
Well, I want to thank my mom. I want to thank my mom.
Wes, hurry.
I want to thank Craig, and I want to thank Jim.
Thank you, thank you. The first contest I came to shoot in Arizona when it seemed like us California guys and us Arizona guys had something going down in the Phoenix area. This guy backed me and I came in second place. And so that really disappointed me because I've never finished that well since. But I have always believed he's my good luck charm. It was important for me that he showed up today. Rick Talon Rose.
He's always been my back. He really has. You do, I know that. Thank you.
In sixth place. Oh, I could go on like Ed about this guy. I'm just going to say he's my friend. Every time I call him, he comes up and he helps me. He shows up and shoots. He makes it a real tough shoot. And I'm just proud to know him. John Trickshot Wilson.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I already touched him once.
In fifth place. He's like a brother to me, especially in dealing with the real leader of the Sundowners, George Narasaki. And I'm constantly asking him, you know, was he always like this? Every time something happens between me and George. And he just gives me a nod, pats me on the shoulder, and tells me I'm doing a good job. Van Gentry. I really like this guy. He's worked really hard for Fast Draw. I told him this too. I think he just volunteered for the toughest job in the world. At the time he took it, the former chairman of the World Fast Draw Association, Frank Law. Yes. No. In third place. This guy always amazes me. I probably watch the way he draws the gun more than almost anybody. And I learn a lot from him just by watching him. He's a Sundowner, and his name is Ken Gentry.
We walk down that road anywhere.
In second place.
We go across the border and bring people back.
This guy, well, all the Sundowners are special to me. I wish I could pick, I can't, they're all equally special to me. But there's something about this guy that always, makes me feel good about seeing him. Francis Carlos. You should have won.
Oh, well, yeah. The best man won today, okay? I'm going to say, and I congratulate him. I want to say a couple of things. I want to thank Jim Martin. I want to thank Wes. Love you. Hey, I want to thank you, Greg. And especially, I want to thank all of you, since I was a range master. You made my job real easy. I've never been with a nicer group of people. I never had to head a group of people and stuff. Congratulations to all of you. You guys are great.
Oh yeah, that's yours. Okay. I'm getting ready to grab everything, redistribute. Selling souvenirs, West Flowers won this. Okay, in first place, he needs no introduction.
I'll give you one anyway.
All right, the one, the only, Bob Graham. You want to kiss Wes?
Tongue out of his ear.
Now, who didn't win anything today? Raise, no, not you.
No, I wanted to go to the bathroom.
Whoops. Well, that's a waiter.
Okay. These are supposed to go together. Okay, now, I'm almost done.
Oh, hot dog.
Okay. Now,
He hit this thing, and this thing's now blinking.
that's okay.
Yeah.
My interest in fast draw is far greater than just shooting. So my website is really about the history of fast draw. And it's trying to talk about everything in fast draw, not just one specific association. It always has been that way. And I think that's why Jim Martin, Bob Chrisman, a lot of veteran shooters kind of share a bunch of stories and things with me. So since I'm in a position to do this, I think there's some real legends in fast draw, and I kind of wanted to start a little tradition for as long as I get to hold a shoot. Which this may be the only one, could be valuable on eBay. One, we can't shoot this sport without gunsmiths. The first gun I bought, I used the heck out of it, and my oldest daughter is 12 years old. I passed that gun on to her, and she's using it. I called him when I got the gun, and I was desperate for information about fast draw. I felt like I was the only shooter in San Jose. And he was patient with me, and he was kind. And so, for your dedication to the sport of fast draw, I'd like to present this to Bob Graham.
Well, Bob, we know when you're going to get that, we wouldn't let you win.
Well, I want to thank everybody for laying down for me.
Things I don't do to make you famous.
I know.
Damn.
I appreciate
Okay. The second person I'd like to give one of these to for his dedication to the sport of fast draw is also another gunsmith. And he's been an inspiration to me. When I was new to fast draw, after I bugged him and talked to him on email and stuff like that, first time I showed up at a shoot, he jumped up out of a crowd of people, went running over to me and said, "Greg, old buddy, give me a hug." So I'd like to present this. That's not kind of important then. But I felt like I was in San Francisco again too. Wes Flowers.
And he is, seriously, ever since I met this man, there's just been a bond. It really has. Somewhere down the line, something we just...
It's called super glue. That's what he does. He puts it on there. You can't get away from him.
You're welcome.